Hello everyone and welcome. In today's Virginia DMV Learner's Permit Test Practice session, we'll go through 200 updated questions designed to help you prepare for the exam. When each question appears, pause the video first, choose the answer you believe is correct, then comment your answer below before resuming the video to see the correct answer. Keep track of your score as you move through the questions, and let's get started. Question 1. When carrying a passenger, you should: Option A, sit farther forward than you usually do. Option B, sit farther back than you usually do. Option C, sit in your usual comfortable position. Option D, sit anywhere. The correct answer is option A, sit farther forward than you usually do. Explanation: when transporting a passenger, you should be sure that you have a seat that is large enough to carry 2 people without crowding. You should not sit any farther forward than you usually do. Question 2. If equipped, a header board should: Option A, be damaged. Option B, be loose. Option C, be strong enough to contain cargo. Option D, light up when the engine is started. The correct answer is option C, be strong enough to contain cargo. Explanation: when checking a header board during the vehicle inspection test, you should ensure that it is secure, free of damage, and strong enough to contain cargo. Question 3. If you have a tire blowout while driving, you should: Option A, hold the steering wheel tightly and brake lightly. Option B, step on the accelerator. Option C, turn quickly off the road. Option D, hit the brakes and stop as quickly as possible. The correct answer is option A, hold the steering wheel tightly and brake lightly. Explanation: if a tire on your vehicle suddenly goes flat, hold the steering wheel tightly and keep the vehicle going straight. Slow down gradually by taking your foot off the accelerator and use the brakes lightly. Pull off of the road and steer to a safe location if at all possible. Question 4. When carrying a load, you should: Option A, keep the load behind the rear axle. Option B, secure the load with a rope. Option C, fasten the load against the frame on the back of the seat. Option D, keep the load low and as far forward as possible. The correct answer is option B, secure the load with a rope. Explanation: to avoid affecting the motorcycle's balance, you should secure loads low and to the front. Secure loads with elastic cords rather than with rope, as rope can stretch and become loose. Question 5. When you need to stop in an emergency, you should: Option A, lock the wheels and skid to a stop. Option B, stop in a way that keeps your vehicle in a straight line. Option C, stop in a way that turns your vehicle. Option D, expect your vehicle to slow down more quickly than usual. The correct answer is option B, stop in a way that keeps your vehicle in a straight line. Explanation: if you need to make an emergency stop, you can use either the controlled braking method or the stab braking method. It's important to brake in a way that keeps your vehicle traveling in a straight line while still allowing you to turn, if necessary. Question 6. A good defensive driver: Option A, drives slowly at all times. Option B, looks out for the actions of other drivers. Option C, travels at a constant speed. Option D, only drives in familiar areas. The correct answer is option B, looks out for the actions of other drivers. Explanation: even the most experienced drivers can be distracted while driving. A defensive driver looks out for the actions of other drivers and anticipates potential problems. Question 7. On a wet road, you should reduce your speed: Option A, by about 1/2. Option B, by about 1/3. Option C, by about 1/4. Option D, by about 1/8. The correct answer is option B, by about 1/3. Explanation: you should reduce your speed by about 1/3 when driving on a wet road. It can be difficult to stop or turn when operating on a slippery surface, so you must adjust your speed to drive safely under such conditions. Question 8. Drive below the posted speed limit when: Option A, anything makes conditions less than perfect. Option B, you see a police car. Option C, entering a highway where there are other cars. Option D, you are on a 4-lane road. The correct answer is option A. Anything makes conditions less than perfect. Explanation: when the road is wet or slippery, when you cannot see well, or when anything else makes conditions less than perfect, drive below the posted speed limit. Even if you are driving within the posted speed limit, you can still be ticketed for driving too fast for conditions. Question 9. When using roundabouts or traffic circles, you should: Option A, slow down as you approach the circle. Option B, yield to any traffic, pedestrians or bicyclists already in the circle. Option C, enter to the right, but steer left in a counterclockwise direction. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B. Yield to any traffic, pedestrians or bicyclists already in the circle. Explanation: you should slow down as you approach a roundabout and yield to any vehicles, bicycles or pedestrians already in the circle. Enter the circle to your right, but steer to your left so that you move around the circle in a counterclockwise direction. Question 10. Which of the following does alcohol affect? Option A, recovery from headlight glare. Option B, reaction time. Option C, judgment of distances. Option D, all of these choices. The correct answer is option B, reaction time. Explanation: alcohol reduces reaction time, reduces your ability to see clearly, changes your judgment of speed and distances, often makes you less inhibited, and makes you more prone to take chances. It is especially dangerous to drink and drive after dark, because alcohol reduces your ability to recover from the glare of headlights. Question 11. Drivers may not park within blank of a railroad crossing. Option A, 50 feet. Option B, 65 feet. Option C, 100 feet. Option D, 80 feet. The correct answer is option A, 50 feet. Explanation: you should not park within 50 feet of a railroad crossing. An improperly parked vehicle may cause a crash. Question 12. Dry bulk tanks. Option A, usually have low centers of gravity. Option B, usually have high centers of gravity. Option C, usually are not allowed to cross railroad tracks. Option D, cannot be driven on interstates. The correct answer is option B, usually have high centers of gravity. Explanation: dry bulk tanks require special care when being driven because they have high centers of gravity. Drivers should also be careful because the materials being carried can easily shift in transit, causing a change in the vehicle's handling. Question 13. When you want to overtake and pass another vehicle, you should: Option A, wait for a signal from the other driver. Option B, change lanes quickly so the other driver will see you. Option C, signal and pass when it is safe to do so. Option D, stay close behind the vehicle so you need less time to pass. The correct answer is option C, signal and pass when it is safe to do so. Explanation: if conditions are safe and legal for passing, check in your mirrors and signal your lane change. Before you pull into the left lane, look quickly over your left shoulder to make sure there is no vehicle in your blind spot. Question 14. Which of the following statements is true? Option A, a sudden change in weather calls for a change in driving. Option B, you should slow down when driving in rain and fog. Option C, be particularly aware of vehicles coming up behind you in inclement weather. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, you should slow down when driving in rain and fog. Explanation: if the weather changes suddenly, you will need to adjust your driving to adapt. Always slow down when driving in rainy or foggy conditions. Be especially aware of vehicles behind you that may be going too fast for conditions. Question 15. What are the 4 steps to safely completing a turn? Option A, slow, shift, look, and lurch. Option B, slow, look, press, and roll. Option C, press, lean, turn, and grip. Option D, shift, lean, tuck, and roll. The correct answer is option B, slow, look, press, and roll. Explanation. To safely complete a turn, a rider should slow, look, press, and roll. The rider should reduce their speed when approaching the turn and look through the turn to where they want to go. They should press the handle grip in the direction of the turn and roll on the throttle through the turn to stabilize suspension. Question 16. To inspect slack adjusters on SCAM brakes, you need to: Option A. Park on a hill and test the brakes. Option B. Put on gloves and push in the slack adjusters. Option C. Remove the drum and look inside. Option D. Chock the wheels and disengage the parking brake. The correct answer is option B. Put on gloves and push in the slack adjusters. Explanation. Check each slack adjuster after parking on level ground, setting wheel chocks, and disengaging the parking brake. Pull the slack adjusters to make sure they do not move more than about 1 inch from where the push rod is attached. If they move more than 1 inch, they may be out of adjustment and will need to be fixed. Question 17. Pentagonal signs indicate: Option A. School zones. Option B. No passing zones. Option C. Speed limits. Option D. Railroad crossings. The correct answer is option A. School zones. Explanation. Pentagonal signs indicate that you are in a school zone. Be extra alert to children and pedestrians when traveling near a school. Question 18. Which of the following about winter driving is not true? Option A. Winter is the most difficult driving season. Option B. Checking your vehicle's antifreeze and windshield washer fluid levels is especially important during the winter. Option C. Using cruise control in winter weather is a safe thing to do. Option D. It is best to use snow tires on your vehicle. The correct answer is option A. Winter is the most difficult driving season. Explanation. You should not use cruise control on snow, in rain, in fog, or under similar hazardous conditions. Winter is the most difficult driving season and requires extra caution from drivers. It is important to consistently check your antifreeze and windshield washer fluid levels. Using snow tires can increase a vehicle's traction on the surface of slippery roads. Question 19. When approaching a curve in the roadway, drivers should slow down. Option A. Before entering the curve. Option B. After completing the curve. Option C. In the middle of the curve. Option D. Only if they see approaching traffic. The correct answer is option A. Before entering the curve. Explanation. Adjust your speed before entering a curve. Driving too quickly can break the grip that tires have on the road. Question 20. To make a normal stop, use: Option A. The rear brake first. Option B. Both brakes and downshift. Option C. The front brake and downshift. Option D. The rear brake only. The correct answer is option B. Both brakes and downshift. Explanation. You should shift down through the gears with the clutch as you slow or stop. When braking, use both brakes at the same time. Question 21. If two vehicles arrive to a four-way stop at the same time. Option A. The vehicle on the left must yield to the vehicle on the right. Option B. The vehicle on the right must yield to the vehicle on the left. Option C. Drivers must make hand motions to communicate with each other. Option D. One driver should proceed without stopping. The correct answer is option A. The vehicle on the left must yield to the vehicle on the right. Explanation. In general, vehicles at a four-way stop should proceed in the order that they arrive. However, if two vehicles arrive to the intersection at the same time, the vehicle on the left must yield the right-of-way to the vehicle on the right. Question 22. When changing lanes, you should: Option A. Rely on your mirrors. Option B. Begin signaling as you move into the next lane. Option C. Signal at least 500 feet before your lane change when driving on residential streets. Option D. Always check your blind spot. The correct answer is option B. Begin signaling as you move into the next lane. Explanation. Other cars and motorcycles are often hidden in a vehicle's blind spot, so be sure to glance over your shoulder before you begin a lane change. Begin signaling 100 feet before changing the lanes or turning in a residential area. Signal 5 seconds in advance when changing lanes on a freeway. Question 23. If your vehicle is equipped with airbags, you should. Option A. Move your seat back so that you are at least 10 inches from the steering wheel. Option B. Buckle up. Option C. Tilt the steering wheel downward, if possible, so the airbag points toward your chest instead of your head or neck. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option A. Move your seat back so that you are at least 10 inches from the steering wheel. Explanation. If your vehicle is equipped with airbags, you should still buckle up and make sure that your passengers do the same. You should move your seat back so that you are at least 10 inches from the steering wheel. If possible, tilt the wheel downward so that it points toward your chest instead of toward your head and neck. Question 24. A modulating control valve can control the Option A. Spring brakes. Option B. Landing gear. Option C. Air brakes. Option D. Anti-lock braking system ABS. The correct answer is option A. Spring brakes. Explanation. A modulating control valve allows a driver to gradually apply spring brakes. In equipped vehicles, the valve is controlled by a lever located on the dashboard. Question 25. The trailer hand valve should be used. Option A. Regularly to activate the trailer brakes in all driving conditions. Option B. Only to test the trailer brakes. Option C. Only in inclement weather when the trailer may skid. Option D. Only if the trailer is carrying a load. The correct answer is option B. Only to test the trailer brakes. Explanation. The trailer hand valve should be used only to test the trailer brakes. It should not be used while driving because it may cause the trailer to skid. Question 26. What does a lane control signal displaying a flashing yellow X above a reversible lane indicate? Option A. The signal is about to change to a red X. Option B. The signal is about to change to a green arrow. Option C. Drivers may use this lane only to turn. Option D. Drivers may drive slowly in this lane. The correct answer is option C. Drivers may use this lane only to turn. Explanation. Lane control signals are used when the direction of the flow of traffic in a specific lane changes throughout the day. They are used to show which lanes of traffic are open and closed, as well as to show if toll booths are open or closed. When a lane control signal contains a flashing yellow X, drivers may only use the indicated lane to complete a left turn. Question 27. An approaching driver fails to dim their high beam headlights. Where should you look? Option A. At the wheels of the approaching vehicle. Option B. Toward the right side of the road. Option C. Toward the left side of the road. Option D. Straight down the middle of the road. The correct answer is option B. Toward the right side of the road. Explanation. If an approaching driver fails to dim their high beams, glance toward the right side of the road. This will keep you from being blinded by the other vehicle's headlights and will allow you to see enough of the road to stay on course until the other vehicle has passed. Question 28. What is off-tracking? Option A. When a vehicle's front wheels follow a different path than its rear wheels. Option B. When a vehicle's wheels all follow the exact same path. Option C. When a load shifts during a turn. Option D. When a vehicle's wheels run over a curb during a turn. The correct answer is option A. When a vehicle's front wheels follow a different path than its rear wheels. Explanation. When a vehicle goes around a corner, the rear wheels follow a different path than the front wheels. This is known as off-tracking or cheating. Question 29. The sign with this shape and color is a blank sign. Option A. No passing zone. Option B. Wrong way. Option C. Railroad crossing. Option D. Stop. The correct answer is option A. No passing zone. Explanation. Pennant-shaped warning signs like this are only used to indicate a no passing zone. Question 30. When no signs, signals, or police tell you what to do at an intersection, the law states. Option A. that drivers on the right must yield to drivers on the left. Option B, nothing. There are no laws stating who must yield. Option C, that drivers going straight must yield to drivers turning left at the intersection. Option D, that drivers turning left must yield to drivers going straight through the intersection. The correct answer is option A, that drivers on the right must yield to drivers on the left. Explanation: in the absence of signs, signals, or police instructions, drivers turning left at an intersection must yield to vehicles going straight. Question 31. Which of the following best ensures your safety and the safety of those around you when you are backing your vehicle? Option A, honk your horn right before shifting into reverse. Option B, check behind the vehicle before you get into the driver's seat. Option C, check your rearview mirrors to see what is behind you. Option D, turn up the car radio before backing up to get the attention of anyone who may be around you. The correct answer is option B, check behind the vehicle before you get into the driver's seat. Explanation: backing requires extra caution because it is difficult for drivers to see behind their vehicles. Before entering a vehicle to back up, walk to the back of the vehicle to check for children and small objects. Question 32. Passing is prohibited. Option A, when you are approaching a school bus that has stopped to load passengers. Option B, on hills where your vision is restricted. Option C, within 100 feet of an intersection. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C, within 100 feet of an intersection. Explanation: passing is prohibited within 100 feet of an intersection, unless otherwise indicated by traffic control devices. You may not pass on hills, in curves, or where other obstructions on two-lane roads would prevent you from seeing oncoming vehicles. Never pass a school bus that is stopped to load or unload passengers. Question 33. If your front tire goes flat while you are riding. Option A, apply the front brake. Option B, you will not be able to control the motorcycle. Option C, apply the rear brake and steer to the edge of the road. Option D, steer to the right and apply both brakes. The correct answer is option A, apply the front brake. Explanation: if one of your tires goes flat while you are riding, ease off the throttle to slow down. If you must brake, gradually apply the brake of the tire that isn't flat if you are certain of which one that is. As you slow down, edge to the side of the road, squeeze the clutch, and stop. Question 34. The standee line. Option A is a line on the floor of a bus that passengers may not cross. Option B is a single file line of standing passengers. Option C shows the maximum number of people allowed on a bus. Option D shows how tall the passengers on a bus may be. The correct answer is option A, is a line on the floor of a bus that passengers may not cross. Explanation: while a bus is traveling, passengers may not stand any farther forward than the rear of the driver's seat. To mark this barrier, a bus that is designed to allow passengers to stand must have a 2-inch line on the floor or some other means of showing passengers where they cannot stand. This is known as the standee line. Question 35. If you reach an intersection where you wish to turn but you are not in the proper lane, you should. Option A, quickly cut across traffic to make your turn. Option B, turn on your blinker and make the turn from your current lane. Option C, drive to the next intersection and make your turn then. Option D, safely change lanes then put your vehicle in reverse to go back to the intersection. The correct answer is option C, drive to the next intersection and make your turn then. Explanation: never make last-minute turns. If you reach an intersection where you wish to turn, but you are not in the proper lane to make the turn, drive to the next intersection and then make the turn from the proper lane. Question 36. What does a lane use control signal with a flashing yellow X indicate? Option A, the signal is about to change to a red X. Option B, the signal is about to change to a green arrow. Option C, drivers may use this lane only to make a left turn. Option D, drivers may drive slowly in this lane. The correct answer is option C. Drivers may use this lane only to make a left turn. Explanation. Lane use control signals are used when the direction of the flow of traffic in a specific lane changes throughout the day. They are used to show which lanes of traffic are open and closed, as well as to show if toll booths are open or closed. When a lane control signal contains a flashing yellow X, drivers may only use that lane to complete a left turn. Question 37. When you are planning to make a turn, you should activate your turn signals. Option A, only if there are other drivers following you. Option B, just as the front of your car reaches the intersection. Option C, 3 to 4 seconds before you reach the intersection. Option D, 2 car lengths before reaching the intersection. The correct answer is option C, 3 to 4 seconds before you reach the intersection. Explanation. To complete a turn safely, you should signal 3 to 4 seconds before turning. Question 38. Traffic signals sometimes display arrows to control turns from specific lanes. A solid red arrow. Option A is never used as a traffic signal. Option B has the same meaning as a circular red traffic light. Option C means that drivers may turn in the direction indicated by the arrow. Option D means that the traffic the arrow is pointing toward must stop. The correct answer is option D, means that the traffic the arrow is pointing toward must stop. Explanation. A solid red arrow in a traffic signal means the same thing as a circular red traffic light. When an arrow is red, traffic in the indicated lane must stop and may not turn in the direction that the arrow is pointing. Question 39. If not otherwise prohibited by a sign, a driver stopped at a solid red traffic light may. Option A, turn right after yielding to other traffic and pedestrians. Option B, never turn right. Option C, turn right at any time. Option D, turn right only after sounding their horn. The correct answer is option A, turn right after yielding to other traffic and pedestrians. Explanation. After stopping at an intersection with a solid red traffic light, you may turn right unless a sign prohibits such movement. You must yield to all pedestrians and all vehicles before making such a turn. Question 40. An orange and red triangular sign on a vehicle always means. Option A, the vehicle has the right of way. Option B, shoulder work ahead. Option C, the vehicle is broken. Option D, slow-moving vehicle. The correct answer is option D, slow-moving vehicle. Explanation. Slow-moving vehicles, such as farm tractors, road maintenance vehicles, and animal-drawn carts, display an orange and red triangle on the back. Question 41. Worn or bald tires. Option A, can make turning more difficult. Option B, are likely to hydroplane. Option C, can increase your stopping distance. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C, can increase your stopping distance. Explanation. Worn or bald tires can increase your stopping distance and make turning more difficult. Tires without adequate tread also increase the risk of hydroplaning. Question 42. When uncoupling a trailer, landing gear should be. Option A, raised completely. Option B, lowered halfway. Option C, just off the pavement. Option D, firmly on the ground. The correct answer is option A, raised completely. Explanation. Landing gear, or trailer supports, should always be completely raised before a vehicle is driven. When uncoupling, landing gear should be lowered to make firm contact with the ground. If a trailer is loaded when it is being uncoupled, you should lower the landing gear and turn the crank a few additional times to remove some weight from the trailer. Question 43. An intersection has no traffic signs or signals. You arrive at the same time as a vehicle to your right. You should. Option A, speed up and get through the intersection. Option B, slow down and yield to the vehicle on your right. Option C, drive into the intersection and make the other vehicle stop. Option D, honk your horn and drive through the intersection. The correct answer is option B, slow down and yield to the vehicle on your right. Explanation. When two vehicles arrive to an uncontrolled intersection at the same time, the vehicle on the right has the right of way. Once the vehicle on the right has safely passed through the intersection, the other driver may proceed. Question 44. You may turn left on a red light if Option A, there is no traffic coming from the opposite direction. Option B, you are turning from a two-way street onto a one-way street. Option C, you are turning from a one-way street onto another one-way street. Option D, the car in front of you turns left. The correct answer is option B. You are turning from a two-way street onto a one-way street. Explanation. You may turn left after stopping at a red light if you are in the left lane of a one-way street and are turning onto another one-way street, unless a posted sign prohibits it. You must first stop and yield to pedestrians and other traffic. Question 45. Drivers entering a roundabout or traffic circle. Option A, must always stop before entering. Option B, must yield to drivers already in the roundabout or traffic circle. Option C, have the right-of-way if there is one lane. Option D, have the right-of-way if there are two lanes. The correct answer is option B, must yield to drivers already in the roundabout or traffic circle. Explanation. Drivers entering a roundabout or traffic circle must yield the right-of-way to drivers already in the circle. Question 46. Motorists should be aware that all bicycles used after dark must have Option A, reflective handlebar grips. Option B, a front headlight and a red taillight. Option C, white reflectors on the front and rear fenders. Option D, brake lights. The correct answer is option B, a front headlight and a red taillight. Explanation. A bicycle used at night must have a headlight visible from at least 500 feet ahead and a red taillight visible from at least 300 feet behind. Question 47. Which of the following is not a type of retarder? Option A, exhaust. Option B, engine. Option C, air. Option D, electric. The correct answer is option D, electric. Explanation. Retarders are mechanisms in some vehicles that help slow a vehicle and reduce the need for braking. The four basic types of retarders are exhaust, engine, hydraulic, and electric. Question 48. When driving through a curve during the skills test, you should Option A, veer from your lane if needed to complete the curve. Option B, reduce your speed after entering the curve. Option C, refrain from looking for other vehicles while turning. Option D, reduce your speed before entering the curve. The correct answer is option B, reduce your speed after entering the curve. Explanation. When approaching a curve during the on-road driving skills test, you must reduce your speed sufficiently before entering the curve, so that you do not need to further brake or shift in the curve. Keep the vehicle in its lane and continue to check for traffic in all directions. Question 49. To test the trailer service brakes, you should Option A, move the vehicle forward slowly and apply the brakes with the brake pedal. Option B, reverse the vehicle slowly and apply the brakes with the hand control. Option C, reverse the vehicle slowly and apply the brakes with the brake pedal. Option D, move the vehicle forward slowly and apply the brakes with the hand control. The correct answer is option D, move the vehicle forward slowly and apply the brakes with the hand control. Explanation. To test the trailer service brakes, you should first ensure that the braking system has a normal air pressure level, then release the parking brake. You should then move the vehicle forward slowly and apply the brakes with the hand control. If the trailer service brakes are working properly, you will feel the brakes activate. Question 50. You may turn right on red. Option A, if there is a sign prohibiting turning right on red. Option B, before pedestrians have crossed any intersecting crosswalks. Option C, before coming to a complete stop. Option D, after coming to a complete stop and yielding to pedestrians and vehicles in the intersection. The correct answer is option A, if there is a sign prohibiting turning right on red. Explanation. At an intersection with a solid red traffic signal, you may turn right after coming to a full stop. You may only turn if it is safe to do so, and if there is no sign prohibiting turns on a red light. Be careful of pedestrians crossing in front of your vehicle. Question 51. When inspecting the exhaust system for defects, which of the following should be fixed? Option A, missing mounting brackets or clamps. Option B, a broken exhaust pipe, muffler, or tailpipe. Option C, leaking exhaust system parts. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C, leaking exhaust system parts. Explanation: exhaust system defects can be extremely serious because they may make it possible for poisonous fumes to enter into the cab or sleeper berth. Issues to check for in a pre-trip inspection include loose, broken, or missing exhaust pipes, mufflers, tailpipes, vertical stacks, mounting brackets, clamps, bolts, or nuts, exhaust system parts that are rubbing against fuel system parts, tires, or other moving parts of the vehicle, and exhaust system parts that are leaking. Question 52. While driving, spring brakes are generally held in place by Option A, air pressure. Option B, chocks. Option C, foundation brakes. Option D, sturdy ties. The correct answer is option A, air pressure. Explanation: while driving, spring brakes are generally held in place by air pressure. If the air pressure gets low enough, the springs will activate the brakes. Question 53. If planning to back up your vehicle, you should: Option A, check behind your vehicle before getting in. Option B, depend entirely on your mirrors. Option C, accelerate quickly. Option D, only look to the sides of your vehicle. The correct answer is option A, check behind your vehicle before getting in. Explanation: if planning to back up your vehicle, you should check behind your vehicle before you get in. Children or small objects are difficult to see from the driver's seat. Question 54. As a pedestrian, you should: Option A, always insist on the right-of-way over a vehicle when using a crosswalk. Option B, never enter a street or crosswalk when vehicles are approaching. Option C, enter a crosswalk at any time because it is the vehicle driver's responsibility to stop. Option D, use crosswalks only if they are convenient. The correct answer is option B, never enter a street or crosswalk when vehicles are approaching. Explanation: pedestrians should not enter a street or crosswalk when vehicles are approaching. Though pedestrians have the right-of-way in crosswalks, a vehicle approaching from a close distance may not have the time to stop before entering the crosswalk. Question 55. When driving in a construction zone, you should be prepared: Option A, to stop. Option B, to change lanes. Option C, for unexpected movement from workers or equipment. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, to change lanes. Explanation: when you are in a construction and maintenance work area, be prepared to slow down or stop as you approach workers and equipment. Be prepared to change lanes. Be prepared to react to unexpected movements of workers and equipment. Question 56. When a curb is painted blank, it indicates that only short parking stops are permitted. Option A, yellow. Option B, blue. Option C, white. Option D, red. The correct answer is option C, white. Explanation: painted curbs indicate parking restrictions. When a curb is painted white, it indicates that only short stops are permitted. Question 57. The sign with this shape and color is a blank sign. Option A, no passing zone. Option B, wrong way. Option C, railroad crossing. Option D, stop. The correct answer is option A, no passing zone. Explanation: pen-and-shaped warning signs like this are only used to indicate a no passing zone. Question 58. To cross tracks that run parallel to your lane, you should: Option A, edge gradually across the tracks. Option B, cross the tracks at a 90-degree angle. Option C, move away from the tracks, turn, and cross at an angle of at least 45 degrees. Option D, wait for the tracks to end. The correct answer is option C, move away from the tracks, turn, and cross at an angle of at least 45 degrees. Explanation: to safely cross trolley tracks, railroad tracks, ruts, or pavement seams running parallel to your lane, move to a lane position that will allow you to cross them at an angle of at least 45 degrees. Then make a quick, sharp turn. If you try to edge across, the tracks or seam could catch your tires and throw you off balance. Question 59. When entering traffic from a private driveway, Option A, you must yield to vehicles already on the main road. Option B, you have the right-of-way over other traffic. Option C, enter only if there is a traffic light. Option D, have someone stop the traffic on the road you're entering. The correct answer is option A. You must yield to vehicles already on the main road. Explanation: drivers entering a road from a driveway, alley, parking lot, or roadside must yield to vehicles already on the main road. Question 60. Unless it is posted otherwise, the speed limit in a residential area is: Option A, 25 miles per hour. Option B, 20 miles per hour. Option C, 35 miles per hour. Option D, 15 miles per hour. The correct answer is option A, 25 miles per hour. Explanation: in a residential area, the speed limit is 25 miles per hour unless otherwise posted. Question 61. A shutoff valve. Option A is located on the front of a trailer. Option B is located on the instrument panel. Option C prevents air from escaping an air brake system. Option D should always be open. The correct answer is option C, prevents air from escaping an air brake system. Explanation: shutoff valves are used in air supply lines to control the passage of air from one trailer to another. The rear shutoff valve should always be close to prevent air from leaving the braking system. Question 62. What does a single dashed white line separating traffic mean? Option A, drivers may pass, even if it could be dangerous. Option B, lanes move in opposite directions. Option C, drivers may not pass. Option D, drivers may pass if it is safe to do so. The correct answer is option D, drivers may pass if it is safe to do so. Explanation: white lines separate lanes of traffic that are moving in the same direction. Dashed white lines may be crossed to pass or change lanes if it is safe to do so. Question 63. Crosswalks are: Option A, always indicated by horizontal pavement markings. Option B, always indicated by vertical pavement markings. Option C, always unmarked. Option D, either indicated by pavement markings or are not marked at all. The correct answer is option C, always unmarked. Explanation: crosswalks exist whether the boundaries are marked or unmarked. You must stop behind a crosswalk to allow pedestrians to cross. Question 64. Defensive driving is: Option A, driving aggressively. Option B, using safe driving strategies to prevent crashes. Option C, more dangerous than not driving defensively. Option D, a bad idea. The correct answer is option B, using safe driving strategies to prevent crashes. Explanation: defensive driving is using safe driving strategies to prevent crashes. This means that you alter your driving to fit the weather conditions, the way you feel, and the actions of other drivers, bicyclists, and pedestrians. Question 65. How can you help prevent rear-end collisions? Option A, avoid sudden stops. Option B, before stopping, check your mirrors and blind spots for traffic. Option C, release the gas pedal and let your vehicle slow before applying the brakes. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C, release the gas pedal and let your vehicle slow before applying the brakes. Explanation: stopping suddenly can make it difficult for drivers behind you to avoid a rear-end collision. When stopping, release the accelerator to allow your vehicle to slow. Press the brake pedal by applying steady pressure, activating your brake lights, and causing the vehicle to stop smoothly. Question 66. Roads become very slippery. Option A, when it has been raining for an hour or more. Option B, the day after it rains. Option C, for the first 10 to 15 minutes of a rainstorm. Option D, right after the rain has stopped. The correct answer is option C, for the first 10 to 15 minutes of a rainstorm. Explanation: pavement can become very slippery within the first 10 to 15 minutes of a rainstorm because the rain causes oil in the asphalt to rise to the surface of the road. This problem becomes even worse in hot weather. The heat combined with the water causes more oil to rise to the road surface. Question 67. Emergency vehicles. Option A, have the right-of-way when using sirens, horns, and slash or flashing lights. Option B, may use a loudspeaker to give instructions. Option C, may follow each other. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C, may follow each other. Explanation: you must yield the right-of-way to police cars, fire engines, ambulances, or any other emergency vehicles using a siren or air horn and a red or blue flashing light. Follow any instructions given over the emergency vehicle's loudspeakers. Emergency vehicles often follow each other, so you should proceed only when you are certain the way is clear. Question 68. You should allow extra space between your vehicle and the vehicle ahead of you when: Option A, your car is cold. Option B, there are no vehicles behind you. Option C, you are following a motorcycle. Option D, you are listening to the radio. The correct answer is option C, you are following a motorcycle. Explanation: you should allow for a lengthened following distance in front of your vehicle when following a motorcycle. The additional space is needed to ensure that you do not hit the motorcycle rider if they fall off. Question 69. A diamond-shaped sign. Option A, warns of existing or possible hazards. Option B, alerts drivers to school zones. Option C, alerts drivers to public recreation areas. Option D, alerts drivers to upcoming food and gas locations. The correct answer is option A, warns of existing or possible hazards. Explanation: diamond-shaped signs warn drivers of existing or potential driving hazards. You will usually see these signs in yellow or orange. Question 70. From top to bottom, the following is the proper order for traffic lights. Option A, red, yellow, green. Option B, red, green, yellow. Option C, green, red, yellow. Option D, green, yellow, red. The correct answer is option A, red, yellow, green. Explanation: on a traffic signal arranged vertically, red is always on top and green on the bottom. When arranged horizontally, red is always on the left and green on the right. Question 71. The risk of hydroplaning can be reduced by driving. Option A, through shallow water. Option B, more quickly. Option C, more slowly. Option D, through deep water. The correct answer is option C, more slowly. Explanation: because hydroplaning is caused by driving too quickly in wet conditions, the risk of it happening can be reduced by driving more slowly. Question 72. When approaching a stopped school bus with its red lights flashing and its stop arm extended, you must: Option A, stop 5 feet away from the bus. Option B, stop only if you see children are present. Option C, stop and remain stopped until it appears safe to proceed. Option D, stop and remain stopped until the red lights stop flashing and the stop arm has been withdrawn. The correct answer is option D, stop and remain stopped until the red lights stop flashing and the stop arm has been withdrawn. Explanation: when a school bus stops with its lights flashing and its stop arm extended, you must stop at least 10 feet away from the bus. Remain stopped until the red lights stop flashing, the stop arm has been withdrawn, and the children have reached a safe place. This is the law whether you are approaching the bus from behind, approaching it from the opposite direction, or approaching it at an intersection at which the school bus is stopped. Question 73. If a collision is possible, you should: Option A, choose to hit something that will give way rather than something that's rigid. Option B, choose to hit something that's standing still rather than something moving toward you. Option C, try to make the collision a glancing blow or a sideswipe, if you have to hit anything. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C. Try to make the collision a glancing blow or a sideswipe, if you have to hit anything. Explanation. If there is no way to avoid a collision, try to hit something that will give way like bushes or shrubs rather than something hard. It is better to hit something moving in the same direction as you than something stationary, and better to hit something stationary than something coming toward you. If you have to hit something, it's best if you hit it only with a glancing blow or sideswipe. Question 74. When driving on roads that may be slippery. Option A, always drive at the maximum speed limit. Option B, use cruise control to maintain a steady speed. Option C, reduce your following distance. Option D, do not make any sudden changes in speed or direction. The correct answer is option D. Do not make any sudden changes in speed or direction. Explanation. You should avoid making any sudden changes in speed or direction when driving on a slippery surface. Reduce your speed on slippery roads and do not use cruise control. Question 75. When a two-way roadway has a shared center lane, you can. Option A, use it to pass. Option B, use the lane as a regular driving lane during rush hour. Option C, drive in the lane as far as necessary, as long as you're turning left. Option D, drive in the lane for no more than 300 feet before turning left. The correct answer is option D. Drive in the lane for no more than 300 feet before turning left. Explanation. A shared center lane may not be used for passing or for travel of farther than 300 feet. Drivers should use these lanes to safely turn left from a multi-lane roadway. Question 76. You must yield to other drivers. Option A, when entering a street from a garage or alley. Option B, when they are on a road to your left and you have reached an unmarked intersection at the same time. Option C, when your traffic signal is a green arrow. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, when entering a street from a garage or alley. Explanation. You must yield to other drivers when entering a street from an alley, driveway, or garage. You must also yield to pedestrians who are on an intersecting sidewalk. Question 77. Pen and shaped signs indicate. Option A, school zones. Option B, speed limits. Option C, railroad crossings. Option D, no passing zones. The correct answer is option D. No passing zones. Explanation. Pen and shaped signs usually indicate no passing zones. Text will also be on the sign to confirm that it is a no passing zone. Question 78. A properly adjusted flat mirror should allow the driver to see. Option A, the rear tires touching the ground. Option B, the front tires touching the ground. Option C, only the roadway and no parts of the bus. Option D, the front bumper. The correct answer is option C, only the roadway and no parts of the bus. Explanation. Properly adjusted flat mirrors on a school bus should allow the driver to see 200 feet behind the bus, the base of each rear wheel, and the sides of the bus. Question 79. If you stop along the road at night. Option A, turn off all your lights. Option B, use your parking lights only. Option C, use your headlights only. Option D, turn on your emergency flashers and leave your low beams turned on. The correct answer is option D. Turn on your emergency flashers and leave your low beams turned on. Explanation. If you stop along the road at night, turn on your emergency flashers and leave your low beam headlights turned on. Be sure that other road users will be able to clearly see your vehicle. Question 80. Unless otherwise posted, the speed limit in school zones is Option A, 10 miles per hour. Option B, 20 miles per hour. Option C, 30 miles per hour. Option D, 50 miles per hour. The correct answer is option B, 20 miles per hour. Explanation. Unless posted otherwise, your speed is not reasonable and proper if you drive at speeds faster than 20 miles per hour in a school zone. Drivers should exercise caution when driving in an area with an increased likelihood of children or other pedestrians entering traffic. Question 81. The most common type of foundation brake used is the Option A, S-cam drum brake. Option B, C-cam drum brake. Option C, G-cam disc brake. Option D, P-cam disc brake. The correct answer is option A, S-cam drum brake. Explanation. The most common type of foundation brake is an S-cam drum brake. Question 82. Which type of vehicle is most prone to the cracked whip effect? Option A, a 5-axle tractor semi-trailer. Option B, a 3-axle tractor semi-trailer. Option C, a bobtail tractor. Option D, a triple trailer. The correct answer is option D, a triple trailer. Explanation. Triple combination trailers are most vulnerable to the crack the whip effect. Question 83. Allow room for vehicles merging onto the freeway by Option A, abruptly slowing down to allow them access. Option B, always driving in the far left lane. Option C, safely merging out of the right lane to allow them access. Option D, honking your horn to make them aware of your presence. The correct answer is option C, safely merging out of the right lane to allow them access. Explanation. Most of the time, you should drive in the right or center lane of the freeway. However, when driving in the right lane while another vehicle is attempting to enter the freeway from a nearby ramp, safely merge into the next lane to allow them access. During rush hour, you should avoid driving the right lane to allow room for an increased number of drivers entering the freeway. Question 84. If you are turning left and there are 2 available left turn lanes, which lane should you choose? Option A, the left lane. Option B, the right lane. Option C, either lane. Option D, trucks should not turn where there are 2 left turn lanes. The correct answer is option D. Trucks should not turn where there are 2 left turn lanes. Explanation. A large vehicle may need to swing right to make a left turn. If an intersection has 2 left turn lanes, the driver should choose the right-hand lane to begin their turn. Question 85. Riding in the central lane position. Option A, keeps others from seeing you. Option B, is always the safest option when approaching intersections. Option C, discourages others from sharing your lane. Option D, should be avoided if possible. The correct answer is option C, discourages others from sharing your lane. Explanation. Motorcycles need a full lane to operate safely. It is dangerous and generally prohibited for a motorcycle and another vehicle to travel next to one another in the same lane. Riding in the center of your lane discourages others from trying to share your lane. Question 86. When adjusting your rear-view mirror, you should be able to clearly see. Option A, the entire rear window. Option B, the passengers in the back seat. Option C, your own reflection. Option D, most of the lane next to you. The correct answer is option A, the entire rear window. Explanation. Adjust the inside rear-view mirror so you can see the entire rear window from the driver's seat. You should have to move only your eyes, not your head, when using this mirror. Question 87. When you are being tailgated. Option A, move over to the right, if there is an open lane to your right. Option B, if there is not an open lane to your right, wait until the way is clear ahead and reduce your speed slowly to encourage the tailgater to drive around you. Option C, never slow down abruptly. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C, never slow down abruptly. Explanation. If you are being tailgated by another driver and there is a right lane, move over to the right. If there is no right lane, wait until the road ahead is clear and then reduce your speed slowly. This will encourage the tailgater to drive around you. Never slow down abruptly, as this will only increase the risk of your vehicle being hit from behind. Question 88. When going through a curve, you should. Option A, always stay in the same portion of the lane throughout the entire curve. Option B, always stay in the left portion of the lane throughout the entire curve. Option C, always stay in the right portion of the lane throughout the entire curve. Option D, remember that the best path may not follow the curve of the road. The correct answer is option D. Remember that the best path may not follow the curve of the road. Explanation: road and traffic conditions can change at any time. Always be prepared to change your lane position as appropriate no matter where you are on a roadway. The best path through a curve does not necessarily follow the curve of the road. Question 89. When a curb is painted blank, it indicates that drivers may park in the indicated area for only a specified amount of time. Option A, yellow. Option B, green. Option C, white. Option D, red. The correct answer is option B, green. Explanation: painted curbs indicate parking restrictions. When a curb is painted green, it indicates that drivers may park in the area for a limited amount of time, often specified by a nearby sign. Question 90. A 5-ounce glass of wine contains the same amount of alcohol as Option A, 1 pint of whiskey. Option B, a gallon of wine. Option C, a 6-pack of beer. Option D, 1 12-ounce can of beer. The correct answer is option D, 1 12-ounce can of beer. Explanation: it is important to remember that the average beer contains about the same amount of alcohol as the average drink of whiskey or wine. A 5-ounce glass of wine 12% alcohol, a 12-ounce can or bottle of beer, and 1.5 ounces of 86 proof liquor all contain approximately the same amount of alcohol. A person's ability to drive will be equally impaired by the same amount of alcohol no matter what kind of alcoholic beverage they drink. Question 91. As you drive, you must turn your headlights on. Option A, when you turn your wipers on. Option B, 1/2 hour after sunset. Option C, 1/2 hour before sunrise. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, 1/2 hour after sunset. Explanation: headlights must be used from 1/2 hour after sunset and 1/2 hour before sunrise. They must also be used at any time when visibility is 500 feet or less and any time windshield wipers are being used. Question 92. When driving on a road that is not a freeway, drivers should look down the road at least blank ahead of their vehicle. Option A, 12 seconds. Option B, 10 seconds. Option C, 5 seconds. Option D, 3 seconds. The correct answer is option A, 12 seconds. Explanation: drivers should always look down the road at least 12 seconds ahead of their vehicle, unless they are driving on a freeway. When on a freeway, drivers should look 20 to 30 seconds ahead of their vehicle. Looking ahead may help prevent sudden stops or turns. Question 93 blank greatly increase stopping distances and severity of crashes. Option A, high speeds. Option B, slow speeds. Option C, night drives. Option D, uphill inclines. The correct answer is option A, high speeds. Explanation: high speeds greatly increase stopping distances and severity of crashes. The faster you drive, the greater the impact or striking power of your vehicle should you be involved in a collision. Question 94. In general, when driving, you should drive. Option A, faster than the flow of traffic. Option B, on the right half of the road. Option C, slower than the flow of traffic. Option D, on the left half of the road. The correct answer is option B, on the right half of the road. Explanation: generally, when driving on a road with 2 lanes moving in the same direction, you should drive on the right half of the road. Use the left lane to overtake and pass another driver, to make a left turn, or if otherwise instructed to do so by an officer or traffic signal. Vehicles driving more slowly than the flow of traffic should stay in the rightmost lane. Question 95. When testing a parking brake, the vehicle should: Option A, not be running. Option B, be placed in a low gear while the driver attempts to pull forward. Option C, be inspected by a professional mechanic. Option D, be driven while the parking brake is applied. The correct answer is option D, be driven while the parking brake is applied. Explanation: to test a parking brake, you should fasten your safety belt, set the parking brake for the power unit, release the trailer parking brake if applicable, place the vehicle in low gear, and attempt to pull forward against the parking brake. If the parking brake does not hold while you are attempting to pull forward against it, the brake is faulty and must be fixed. Question 96. By law, your vehicle's headlights must be turned on from Option A, 1 hour after sunset until 1 hour before sunrise. Option B, 1 hour before sunset until 1 hour after sunrise. Option C, 30 minutes after sunset until 30 minutes before sunrise. Option D, 30 minutes before sunset until 30 minutes after sunrise. The correct answer is option A, 1 hour after sunset until 1 hour before sunrise. Explanation: by law, your vehicle's headlights must be turned on from a half hour after sunset until a half hour before sunrise. Question 97. Downward-facing triangular signs. Option A, indicate school zones. Option B, tell drivers to yield. Option C, indicate construction zones. Option D, indicate railroad crossings. The correct answer is option B, tell drivers to yield. Explanation: downward-facing triangular signs usually indicate that drivers should yield. Once the road is clear of traffic or pedestrians and it is safe to do so, drivers may proceed. Question 98. If you are driving on the interstate and pass your exit, you should. Option A, quickly cut across traffic to make your turn. Option B, make a U-turn to go back to the exit. Option C, continue driving and use the next exit. Option D, put your vehicle in reverse to go back to the exit. The correct answer is option B, make a U-turn to go back to the exit. Explanation: don't make a last-minute turn into an exit. If you pass your exit, you must go to the next one. Question 99. A Class 7 hazardous material is Option A, explosive. Option B, flammable. Option C, radioactive. Option D, corrosive. The correct answer is option C, radioactive. Explanation: radioactive materials are categorized as Class 7 hazardous materials. Question 100. It is important to be alert to motorcycles because Option A, they are more difficult to see than cars. Option B, they rarely use their headlights. Option C, motorcyclists are less skilled drivers than other motorists. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A. They are more difficult to see than cars. Explanation: motorcycles are smaller and harder to see than cars. Because of their size, they are easily hidden in a car's blind spot. It may be difficult to judge your distance to a motorcycle and difficult to tell how fast a motorcycle is moving, so always be alert and extra cautious when near a motorcyclist. Question 101. When you drive through an area where children are playing, you should expect them. Option A, to know when it is safe to cross the street. Option B, to stop at the curb before crossing the street. Option C, to run out in front of you without looking. Option D, not to cross the street unless they are with an adult. The correct answer is option C, to run out in front of you without looking. Explanation: you should always reduce your speed and use extra caution when children are in the vicinity. They may fail to understand the danger and may run out in front of you without looking. Question 102. You may exceed the speed limit. Option A, when passing another vehicle. Option B, at no time. Option C, where no police officers are present. Option D, on country roads. The correct answer is option A, when passing another vehicle. Explanation: you may not exceed the speed limit when passing another vehicle. You should always follow the legal speed limit. Question 103. When a curb is painted blank, it means no stopping, standing, or parking is permitted at any time. Option A, yellow. Option B, blue. Option C, green. Option D, red. The correct answer is option D, red. Explanation: painted curbs indicate parking restrictions. When a curb is painted red, it means no stopping, standing, or parking is permitted at any time. Question 104. When approaching a steady red traffic light, drivers should: Option A, drive through the intersection if there is no crossing traffic. Option B, continue driving as they have the right of way. Option C, stop only if a police officer is nearby. Option D, come to a complete stop. The correct answer is option D, come to a complete stop. Explanation: a steady red traffic light indicates that drivers must come to a complete stop. Driving through a red light is against the law and is extremely dangerous. Drivers may turn right on a steady red light if there is no sign prohibiting a turn on red. Question 105. What do large flashing arrow panels indicate? Option A, drivers may stay in their current lane. Option B, there is something to look at in the direction of the arrow. Option C, drivers should merge into the lane indicated by the arrow. Option D, drivers should come to a complete stop. The correct answer is option C, drivers should merge into the lane indicated by the arrow. Explanation: large flashing or sequential arrow panels are used in construction areas where a lane is closed. Prepare to slow down and merge in the direction indicated by the arrow. Question 106. Fluorescent pink signs are: Option A, speed limit signs. Option B, incident management signs. Option C, school zone signs. Option D, mile markers. The correct answer is option B, incident management signs. Explanation: fluorescent pink is used as the background color for incident management signs. These signs are temporarily placed and indicate a non-permanent issue, such as a road closure due to a crash. Drivers should react accordingly when coming across one of these signs. Question 107. If your coolant level is found to be low, you should: Option A, drain the radiator. Option B, add more coolant. Option C, add engine oil. Option D, tighten the belts. The correct answer is option C, add engine oil. Explanation: when inspecting the engine compartment, you should check the oil level, coolant level, and windshield washer fluid level, among other things. In both cold and hot weather, it is important that the engine have enough coolant. Question 108. When approaching a railroad crossing: Option A, you will likely be able to outdrive a train. Option B, you should not rely only on warning signals. Option C, you should roll a window down to listen for an approaching train. Option D, you should only worry about the track closest to your vehicle. The correct answer is option B, you should not rely only on warning signals. Explanation: you should never rely only on warning signals to alert you to an approaching train. Never try to race a train to a crossing. If there are multiple tracks at a crossing, be sure to check all tracks in both directions before starting to cross. Question 109. During school hours, the speed limit is blank in a school zone. Option A, 10 miles per hour. Option B, 15 miles per hour. Option C, 25 miles per hour. Option D, 30 miles per hour. The correct answer is option B, 15 miles per hour. Explanation: a 5-sided sign indicates that you are in a school zone and must slow to a speed of 15 miles per hour during specified hours and when children are present. Be sure to drive with extra caution when driving in an area where children are present. Question 110. When passing a motorcycle, you must: Option A, allow the motorcyclist the right half of a traffic lane. Option B, allow the motorcyclist the entire width of a traffic lane. Option C, begin moving past the motorcycle before your vehicle is entirely in the passing lane. Option D, not communicate with the motorcyclist. The correct answer is option B, allow the motorcyclist the entire width of a traffic lane. Explanation: give motorcyclists bicyclists, and pedestrians plenty of space. Use extra caution when making turns or changing lanes near one of these road users. A motorcyclist is entitled to the entire width of a traffic lane. Question 111. When a curb is painted blank, it indicates a loading zone or another parking restriction. Option A, blue. Option B, yellow. Option C, white. Option D, red. The correct answer is option B, yellow. Explanation. Painted curbs indicate parking restrictions. When a curb is painted yellow, it indicates the presence of a loading zone or another parking restriction. Question 112. Swerving a motorcycle. Option A, requires a lot of traction. Option B, requires little traction. Option C, is a slow maneuver. Option D, should be done to avoid a hazard on a slippery road. The correct answer is option A, requires a lot of traction. Explanation. Swerving is a quick maneuver that requires a lot of traction in order to be safely executed. Making sudden moves, such as swerving, on slippery surfaces should be avoided. Question 113. If under 21 years of age, you are considered to be driving while under the influence if your blood alcohol level is Option A, 0.8% or higher. Option B, 0.1% or higher. Option C, 0.5% or higher. Option D, 0.2% or higher. The correct answer is option D, 0.2% or higher. Explanation. If you are under age 21, Pennsylvania's laws do not permit you to drive with any measurable alcohol in your system. If you are under 21, you are considered to be driving under the influence if your blood alcohol level is 0.02% or greater. Question 114. What do headers do? Option A, protect the driver during a crash. Option B, provide a place for storage. Option C, ensure that controls are accessible. Option D, act as wind guards. The correct answer is option A, protect the driver during a crash. Explanation. Front-end header boards protect the driver from the forward motion of their cargo in the event of a crash or emergency stop. Question 115. Which vehicles must stop at all railroad crossings? Option A, pickup trucks. Option B, school buses and occupied passenger buses. Option C, motorcycles. Option D, vehicles towing a trailer. The correct answer is option B, school buses and occupied passenger buses. Explanation. School buses with or without passengers, transit buses with passengers on board, and vehicles carrying explosives or flammable cargo must stop at all railroad crossings. Question 116. Teenagers should try to get at least blank of sleep each night to avoid the risk of crashing due to lack of sleep. Option A, 7 hours. Option B, 6 hours. Option C, 8 hours. Option D, 9 hours. The correct answer is option C, 8 hours. Explanation. Teenagers who get less than 8 hours of sleep per night are at an increased risk of crashing their vehicles when driving. Question 117. Traffic regulations require drivers to display a turn signal for at least blank before making a turn or lane change. Option A, 50 feet. Option B, 75 feet. Option C, 100 feet. Option D, 25 feet. The correct answer is option C, 100 feet. Explanation. Turn signals must be displayed for at least 100 feet before changing lanes or turning. It is advisable to signal for a greater distance when driving at increased speeds. Question 118. You may turn right on red. Option A, when there is a sign prohibiting turning right on red. Option B, before pedestrians have crossed any intersecting crosswalks. Option C, after coming to a complete stop and yielding to pedestrians and vehicles in the intersection. Option D, before coming to a complete stop. The correct answer is option A, when there is a sign prohibiting turning right on red. Explanation. You may turn right on a red light after coming to a full stop. You may only turn if it is safe to do so, and if there is no sign prohibiting the turn on a red light. Be watchful for pedestrians crossing in front of your vehicle. Question 119. The controlled braking method is: Option A, when the driver locks the wheels and steers. Option B, when the driver uses the brakes as hard as possible without locking the wheels. Option C, when the driver only slightly taps the brakes. Option D, when the driver downshifts the gears to brake. The correct answer is option B, when the driver uses the brakes as hard as possible without locking the wheels. Explanation: the method of controlled braking involves applying the brakes as hard as you can without locking the wheels. If you need to make large steering adjustments while using controlled braking, you should remove your foot from the brake pedal, steer, then reapply the brakes. Question 120. When may you legally ride around or under a lowered railroad crossing gate? Option A, when you can see clearly in both directions. Option B, never. Option C, when the warning lights are not flashing. Option D, when you do not see a train coming. The correct answer is option A, when you can see clearly in both directions. Explanation: if you come to a railroad crossing controlled by lowered gates or flashing lights, you must stop. Do not go around or under any lowered gate at a railroad crossing. Once the gate is raised, do not proceed across the tracks until you can see clearly in both directions and are sure there are no trains coming. Question 121. When driving near light rail vehicles, always. Option A, expect trains on any track at any time. Option B, pay attention and obey all traffic signs. Option C, be careful turning across train tracks. Option D, all of these. The correct answer is option C, be careful turning across train tracks. Explanation: when driving near a light rail system, you should expect trains on a track at any time. Always obey signs and traffic signals. Always look both ways before turning across train tracks, and don't cross train tracks unless you have enough room to cross without stopping and can clear the tracks to a safe distance. Question 122. You may turn right on a solid red traffic light. Option A, when there is a sign prohibiting turning right on red. Option B, before pedestrians have crossed any intersecting crosswalks. Option C, before coming to a complete stop. Option D, after coming to a complete stop and yielding to pedestrians and vehicles in the intersection. The correct answer is option D, after coming to a complete stop and yielding to pedestrians and vehicles in the intersection. Explanation: you may turn right on a solid red light after coming to a full stop. You may only turn if it is safe to do so, and if there is no sign prohibiting the turn. Yield to cross traffic and pedestrians. Question 123. When should drivers use hand-over-hand steering? Option A, when turning the steering wheel during normal driving activity. Option B, when anti-lock brakes are engaged. Option C, when turning at low speeds. Option D, when backing or when momentarily turning on blinkers, the radio, or windshield wipers. The correct answer is option C, when turning at low speeds. Explanation: use hand-over-hand steering when turning at low speeds, such as when turning at an intersection or when parking your vehicle. Regarding the steering wheel as a clock face, your left hand should grasp the wheel between 8 and 9 o'clock and your right hand should grasp the wheel between 3 and 4 o'clock. Question 124. What do outside crossover mirrors allow a driver to see? Option A, the front bumper. Option B, the rear bumper. Option C, the right side of the bus. Option D, the left side of the bus. The correct answer is option C, the right side of the bus. Explanation: crossover mirrors are used to help a school bus driver see the danger zone area directly in front of the bus, as well as the danger zone areas to the left and right sides of the bus, including the area from the front of the bus to the service door. Question 125. The two indicators that determine when you should upshift are: Option A, engine speed and road speed. Option B, other trucks and road conditions. Option C, timing and road position. Option D, oil pressure and air brake pressure? The correct answer is option A, engine speed and road speed. Explanation. There are two indicators that determine when you need to shift into a higher gear. One indicator is the engine speed RPM. You should read your vehicle's manual to learn its RPM range and shift up when you reach the top of that range. The other indicator is road speed mph. You should learn which speeds each gear can accommodate, then keep an eye on the speedometer and shift up as needed. Question 126. If a traffic light has been green for a long time. Option A, it will probably stay green as you approach. Option B, it is likely broken. Option C, it is likely that the light will soon change to yellow. Option D, it is likely the light will skip yellow and change from green to red. The correct answer is option D. It is likely the light will skip yellow and change from green to red. Explanation. If you are approaching a traffic light that has been green for a long time, there is a good chance that it will turn yellow before you reach it. Start slowing down and be ready to stop. Question 127. In a normal turn. Option A, lean your motorcycle more than your body. Option B, lean your motorcycle and your body at the same angle. Option C, do not lean. Option D, lean your body more than your motorcycle. The correct answer is option B. Lean your motorcycle and your body at the same angle. Explanation. In a normal turn, the motorcycle and rider should lean at the same angle. In slow, tight turns, the rider should counterbalance the motorcycle by keeping their body straight up while the motorcycle leans. Question 128. You must yield to other drivers. Option A, only where a yield sign is present. Option B, only when you want to yield. Option C, when they are working in construction zones. Option D, when their car is bigger than yours. The correct answer is option A, only where a yield sign is present. Explanation. Yield to all vehicles or pedestrians working on highway construction projects. Drive with special caution through a work zone where workers are present. Question 129. When you park uphill on a street with a curb. Option A, keep the front wheel straight and set the parking brake. Option B, turn the front wheels away from the curb. Option C, turn the front wheels toward the curb. Option D, turn the back wheels into the curb. The correct answer is option B. Turn the front wheels away from the curb. Explanation. When parking on an incline where there is a curb, you should turn your wheels sharply to the left, away from the curb. This way, if your brakes fail, your vehicle will not roll into traffic. Question 130. A steady yellow traffic signal means that a blank light will soon appear. Option A, flashing yellow. Option B, steady green. Option C, steady red. Option D, flashing red. The correct answer is option C, steady red. Explanation. A steady yellow light on a traffic signal indicates that a steady red light will soon appear. Question 131. On slippery roads, you should. Option A, slow down. Option B, drive more quickly. Option C, drive the speed limit with caution. Option D, not drive more quickly than 20 miles per hour. The correct answer is option A, slow down. Explanation. You should slow down at the first sign of rain, snow, or sleet, all of which can create slippery road conditions. When conditions on the road are less than ideal, safety may require that you drive more slowly than the posted speed limit. Question 132. Stress can affect your driving by. Option A, lowering your ability to focus on driving. Option B, decreasing your chances of an accident. Option C, causing you to fall asleep at the wheel. Option D, making you more aware of others around you. The correct answer is option A, lowering your ability to focus on driving. Explanation. Emotions can have a great effect on your driving ability. You may not be able to drive well if you are overly worried, excited, afraid, angry, or sad. Stress can lessen your concentration on the task of driving. It is better to wait to drive than to risk driving while you are emotionally unstable. Question 133. When approaching railroad tracks, you should: Option A, look, listen, slow down, and be prepared to stop. Option B, speed up to cross the tracks before the gate is lowered. Option C, try to drive around a lowered gate. Option D, not pay attention to how many tracks there are to cross. The correct answer is option A. Look, listen, slow down, and be prepared to stop. Explanation: when approaching railroad tracks, you should look, listen, slow down, and be prepared to stop for trains or other vehicles that may be using the rails. Question 134. A no stopping sign means that, unless directed to do so by a police officer, you may stop only. Option A, long enough to unload packages. Option B, to avoid conflict with other traffic. Option C, to discharge passengers. Option D, for less than 5 minutes. The correct answer is option B, to avoid conflict with other traffic. Explanation: a no stopping sign means you can only stop to obey a traffic signal, to obey a police officer, or to prevent a conflict with another vehicle. Question 135. A vehicle equipped with an anti-lock braking system ABS can be identified by: Option A, a sticker on the control panel. Option B, a yellow lamp on the instrument panel. Option C, the letters ABS on the brake pedal. Option D, a metal plate on the inside of the driver's side door. The correct answer is option B, a yellow lamp on the instrument panel. Explanation: you can tell that your vehicle is equipped with an anti-lock braking system ABS if it has a yellow ABS malfunction lamp on the instrument panel. Question 136. The height of a vehicle's center of gravity. Option A usually has no impact on the handling the vehicle. Option B plays a large role in a driver's ability to safely handle the vehicle. Option C should not be a concern when loading the vehicle. Option D should only be a concern if there are lots of hills on the planned route. The correct answer is option B, plays a large role in a driver's ability to safely handle the vehicle. Explanation: the height of a vehicle's center of gravity is very important to a driver's ability to safely handle the vehicle. Always distribute the weight of cargo as low as possible. Question 137. When passing a bicyclist, you should: Option A, blast your horn to alert the bicyclist. Option B, give them at least 4 feet of space. Option C, remain on the right side of your lane. Option D, put on your 4-way flashers. The correct answer is option B, give them at least 4 feet of space. Explanation: the law requires you to allow at least 4 feet of space between your vehicle and a bicyclist when passing them. Question 138. Highway and expressway guide signs are: Option A, orange with black letters. Option B, green with white letters. Option C, yellow with black letters. Option D, red with white letters. The correct answer is option B, green with white letters. Explanation: highway and expressway guide signs are green with white letters. Question 139. You will lose your license if you are convicted of: Option A, driving without a license. Option B, passing a stopped school bus. Option C, failing to yield the right of way. Option D, driving at speeds higher than 75 miles per hour. The correct answer is option C, failing to yield the right of way. Explanation: in certain cases, the DMV can suspend your license if you are convicted of driving at speeds higher than 75 miles per hour, passing a stopped school bus, driving without a license, or failing to yield the right of way will incur points, which can lead to suspension of your license if enough total points are incurred. Question 140. You should not park within blank of an intersection. Option A, 20 feet. Option B, 30 feet. Option C, 35 feet. Option D, 45 feet. The correct answer is option A, 20 feet. Explanation: you should not park within 20 feet of an intersection. An improperly parked vehicle may cause a crash. Question 141. Drivers may not park within blank of a fire hydrant. Option A, 40 feet. Option B, 25 feet. Option C, 15 feet. Option D, 20 feet. The correct answer is option C, 15 feet. Explanation: you should not park within 15 feet of a fire hydrant. An improperly parked vehicle may cause a crash. Question 142. When approaching a working snowplow, option A, react the same as you would to any other motor vehicle. Option B, assume they will allow you to have the right of way. Option C, yield the right of way and exercise caution. Option D, come to a complete stop until they are out of your line of sight. The correct answer is option C, yield the right of way and exercise caution. Explanation: yield the right of way to snowplows engaged in work on the roads. Use extra caution in approaching, overtaking, or passing maintenance vehicles and snowplows. Because of their traveling speed and size, snowplows tend to create large clouds of blowing snow that conceal the plow, making it invisible. Question 143. What are the colors of signs that tell you the distance to the next exit on a highway? Option A, yellow with black letters. Option B, black with white letters. Option C, red with white letters. Option D, green with white letters. The correct answer is option D, green with white letters. Explanation: signs providing information about destinations are green with white letters or symbols. Question 144. Unless otherwise posted, the speed limit is blank on streets and highways. Option A, 70 miles per hour. Option B, 55 miles per hour. Option C, 45 miles per hour. Option D, 30 miles per hour. The correct answer is option B, 55 miles per hour. Explanation: unless otherwise posted, the speed limit on streets and highways is 55 miles per hour. If a posted sign indicates otherwise, follow the speed limit on the posted sign. Question 145. During normal weather and traffic conditions, keep a minimum following distance of: Option A, 1 second. Option B, 2 seconds. Option C, 3 seconds. Option D, 4 seconds. The correct answer is option C, 3 seconds. Explanation: the more distance between your vehicle and others, the more time you have to react. Keep a minimum following distance of 3 seconds during normal weather and traffic conditions. Increase your following distance during unusual weather or traffic conditions. Question 146. A double solid yellow line down the center of a two-lane road indicates: Option A, lanes are moving in opposite directions and drivers are not permitted to pass. Option B, lanes are moving in opposite directions and drivers are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. Option C, lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are not permitted to pass. Option D, lanes are moving in the same direction and drivers are permitted to pass when it is safe to do so. The correct answer is option A. Lanes are moving in opposite directions and drivers are not permitted to pass. Explanation: yellow lines are used to separate traffic moving in opposite directions. Solid lines indicate that drivers are not permitted to pass. Question 147. When entering a curve, you should: Option A, get off the roadway. Option B, use the shoulder. Option C, downshift. Option D, take the vehicle out of gear. The correct answer is option C, downshift. Explanation: always reduce your speed and downshift before entering a curve. Question 148. If a driver sees an animal on the roadway, Option A, no special action is required. Option B, the driver should honk their horn. Option C, the driver should pass the animal as closely as possible. Option D, the driver should be very cautious. The correct answer is option C. The driver should pass the animal as closely as possible. Explanation: be very cautious anytime you encounter an animal on the roadway. Pass the animal slowly to avoid startling or frightening it. Question 149. A speed limit is: Option A, the maximum or minimum legal speed you can travel on a road under dangerous conditions. Option B, the maximum or minimum legal speed you can travel on a road under ideal conditions. Option C, the suggested speed to travel on a road under ideal conditions. Option D, none of the above. The correct answer is option B, the maximum or minimum legal speed you can travel on a road under ideal conditions. Explanation: a speed limit is the maximum or minimum legal speed you can travel on a road under ideal conditions. You may drive more slowly than the posted speed, but it is illegal to drive any faster. You must drive more slowly where signs indicate a school zone or work zone speed limit. If conditions such as road construction or bad weather make the posted speed unsafe, drive under the speed limit. Question 150. When parked facing downhill, your front wheels should be: Option A, aiming straight ahead. Option B, turned toward the curb. Option C, turned away from the curb. Option D, none of the above. The correct answer is option B, turned toward the curb. Explanation: when parked facing downhill, your front wheels should be turned toward the curb. This way, should your brakes fail, your car will roll away from traffic. Question 151. Under ideal driving conditions, you should maintain a following distance of at least: Option A, 3 to 4 seconds. Option B, 2 seconds. Option C, 5 to 7 seconds. Option D, 10 seconds. The correct answer is option A, 3 to 4 seconds. Explanation: under ideal driving conditions, you should maintain a following distance of at least 3 to 4 seconds. If roads are slippery, your following distance should never be less than 4 seconds. Anytime conditions are less than perfect, you should increase your following distance. Question 152. Your first response to reduced visibility should be: Option A, turning on your headlights. Option B, reducing your speed. Option C, turning on your windshield wipers. Option D, looking for road edge markings to guide you. The correct answer is option B, reducing your speed. Explanation: reducing your speed should be your first response to decreased visibility and dangerous road conditions. Question 153. The driver's left arm and hand are extended downward. This hand signal means that the driver plans to: Option A, turn left. Option B, turn right. Option C, stop. Option D, start up. The correct answer is option C, stop. Explanation: if a driver's left arm and hand are extended downward, they are indicating that they intend to stop. Adjust your driving accordingly if following a driver who is using this hand signal. Question 154. If an anti-lock braking system ABS is equipped on a trailer but not on a tractor. Option A, the truck should not be driven because ABS needs to be on both the tractor and trailer. Option B, the truck should be driven more slowly than usual. Option C, the tractor should not be used and a new tractor with ABS should be located. Option D, the tractor and trailer can still be used together. The correct answer is option D, the tractor and trailer can still be used together. Explanation: a vehicle being equipped with anti-lock brakes on only the tractor or only the trailer provides additional control during braking. Question 155. When asked to complete a driver's side parallel parking maneuver, you should: Option A, pass the parking space while backing, then pull forward into it. Option B, pull forward past the parking space, then back into it. Option C, pull forward into the parking space without passing it first. Option D, back into the parking space without passing it first. The correct answer is option B, pull forward past the parking space, then back into it. Explanation: you may be asked to complete a parallel parking maneuver into a parking space that is to the left of your vehicle. You should drive past the parking space before backing into it while bringing the rear of your vehicle as close to the rear of the space as possible. Your vehicle should be completely within the boundaries of the space. Question 156. If a tire fails, you should. Option A, loosen your grip on the steering wheel. Option B, immediately apply the brakes. Option C, check your tires after coming to a complete stop. Option D, turn sharply off the road. The correct answer is option C. Check your tires after coming to a complete stop. Explanation: in the event of tire failure, hold the steering wheel firmly. Stay off the brakes and let the vehicle slow down on its own. Once the vehicle has slowed considerably, you should brake very gently, pull off the road, and stop. Check your tires after coming to a complete stop. Question 157. During an applied leakage test, the maximum leakage rate for a triple combination vehicle is: Option A, 10 psi in a minute. Option B, 8 psi in a minute. Option C, 6 psi in a minute. Option D, 4 psi in a minute. The correct answer is option C, 6 psi in a minute. Explanation: it is important to know the maximum air loss rate that is safe for your specific vehicle. A triple combination should have a leakage rate no higher than 6 psi in a minute during an applied leakage test. Question 158. What happens when a vehicle hydroplanes? Option A, the tires lose contact with the road. Option B, the tires have extra traction. Option C, the vehicle is easier to control. Option D, the vehicle becomes heavier. The correct answer is option A. The tires lose contact with the road. Explanation: hydroplaning occurs when a vehicle's tires lose contact with the road surface and instead glide along on a film of water above the surface of the road. Question 159. A load extending more than blank beyond the rear of a vehicle must be marked by a red flag during the day. Option A, 1 foot. Option B, 2 feet. Option C, 3 feet. Option D, 4 feet. The correct answer is option D, 4 feet. Explanation: if a load extends more than 4 feet past the rear of a vehicle, it must be marked by a red flag when being transported during the day in clear weather. The flag should be no less than 12 inches square. Red lights are required when transporting the load in times of limited visibility. Question 160. When driving in fog, you should: Option A, use the windshield wipers. Option B, use low beam headlights. Option C, use high beam headlights. Option D, use the air conditioning. The correct answer is option B, use low beam headlights. Explanation: if you must drive in fog, you should use your low beam headlights and fog lights, even during the daytime. Question 161. On a two-lane road, you may pass another vehicle on the right. Option A, when driving on a single-lane entrance ramp. Option B, when the driver you are passing is traveling more slowly than the posted speed limit. Option C, under no circumstances. Option D, when the driver you are passing is making a left turn. The correct answer is option D, when the driver you are passing is making a left turn. Explanation: you may pass on the right when the driver ahead of you is making or signaling a left turn, provided that you stay on the berm or shoulder. You may also pass on the right when you are on a roadway with 2 or more marked traffic lanes in each direction. Question 162. You may not park within blank of a railroad crossing. Option A, 100 feet. Option B, 75 feet. Option C, 50 feet. Option D, 150 feet. The correct answer is option C, 50 feet. Explanation: drivers should never park within 50 feet of a railroad crossing. Drivers should only park where it is legal to do so and where drivers from both directions can clearly see the stopped vehicle. Question 163. Where may a motorcycle operator use a complete traffic lane? Option A, only on rural highways. Option B, only on city streets. Option C, on all highways and streets where motorcycles are allowed. Option D, nowhere. Motorcyclists must share lanes with other drivers. The correct answer is option C, on all highways and streets where motorcycles are allowed. Explanation: Motorcyclists are entitled to a complete traffic lane on every roadway where motorcycles are allowed to be operated. However, operators of motorcycles and mopeds may choose to drive two abreast in a single lane. Question 164. You are driving at night and another vehicle is approaching from the opposite direction. Your headlights. Option A should be on their high beam setting. Option B should be on their low beam setting. Option C should be off. Use your parking lights. Option D may be on either their high or low beam setting. The correct answer is option D, may be on either their high or low beam setting. Explanation. Do not use your high beam headlights when approaching or following another vehicle at night. Switch to the low beam setting to ensure the safety of everyone on the road. Question 165. When entering a curve, you should: Option A, get off the roadway. Option B, use the shoulder. Option C, downshift. Option D, take the vehicle out of gear. The correct answer is option C, downshift. Explanation. It is important to take turns and curves at a safe speed. You should always downshift before entering a curve. Question 166. When entering a street from a driveway, you: Option A, must drive slowly to allow approaching vehicles and pedestrians time to get out of your way. Option B, must honk your horn so approaching vehicles and pedestrians know to give you room. Option C, must stop and proceed only when there are no pedestrians or vehicles approaching. Option D, can disregard any pedestrians if there is no sidewalk. The correct answer is option C, must stop and proceed only when there are no pedestrians or vehicles approaching. Explanation. Always stop before entering the roadway from a driveway and yield to any approaching vehicles or crossing pedestrians. The stop should be made before crossing the sidewalk area. Failure to stop is unlawful. Question 167. When you see or hear an emergency vehicle coming, you should: Option A, stop immediately and let the vehicle pass. Option B, drive as far toward the right side of the road as is safe and stop. Option C, proceed slowly and permit the vehicle to pass. Option D, keep moving slowly, staying to the right side of the road. The correct answer is option B, drive as far toward the right side of the road as is safe and stop. Explanation. When driving on a two-lane roadway or undivided highway, you must yield to an emergency vehicle using its lights and slash or siren, regardless of the direction from which it is approaching. Immediately drive as near as possible to the right side of the road and stop, taking care not to stop within an intersection. Question 168. When approaching a flashing yellow light, drivers should: Option A, increase their speed. Option B, come to a complete stop. Option C, turn on their headlights. Option D, slow down and proceed with caution. The correct answer is option D, slow down and proceed with caution. Explanation. A flashing yellow light warns of a hazard. Slow down and proceed with caution. Question 169. What is the Johnson bar? Option A, a hand valve that works the trailer brakes. Option B, a valve that indicates the fuel level. Option C, a valve that measures the amount of liquid in the air brake system. Option D, a valve that allows for the release of excess pressure in the braking system. The correct answer is option A, a hand valve that works the trailer brakes. Explanation. The trailer hand valve, also called the trolley valve or Johnson bar, is used to work the trailer brakes. It should be used only to test the brakes. Question 170. A red and white triangular sign at an intersection means: Option A, slow down if an emergency vehicle is approaching. Option B, look both ways as you cross the intersection. Option C, always come to a full stop at the intersection. Option D, slow down and be prepared to stop if necessary. The correct answer is option D, slow down and be prepared to stop if necessary. Explanation. A red and white downward-facing triangular sign is a yield sign. When approaching this sign, you should slow down and prepare to yield the right-of-way to any pedestrians or vehicles in the crossroad. You may need to come to a stop. Proceed through the intersection when the way is clear. Question 171. You are driving on a multi-lane highway and wish to change lanes. You must signal your intentions. Option A, immediately before changing lanes. Option B, only during the lane change. Option C, at least 50 feet before beginning to change lanes. Option D, at least 100 feet before beginning to change lanes. The correct answer is option D, at least 100 feet before beginning to change lanes. Explanation. Signals must be given for at least 100 feet before changing lanes or turning. This is approximately the length of 5 cars. It is advisable to signal for a greater distance when driving at higher speeds. Question 172. If a trailer begins to skid, the driver should: Option A, lock the brakes. Option B, release the brakes. Option C, steer in the opposite direction. Option D, accelerate. The correct answer is option B, release the brakes. Explanation. If your trailer starts to skid while you are braking, you should release the brakes and allow them to begin to regain traction. Once its wheels have regained their grip on the road, the trailer will begin to straighten out and follow the tractor. Question 173. Dim your high beam headlights when you are within blank of an oncoming vehicle. Option A, 200 feet. Option B, 400 feet. Option C, 500 feet. Option D, 300 feet. The correct answer is option C, 500 feet. Explanation. The glare of headlights from oncoming vehicles can cause the pupil of the eye to contract, restricting visibility. To protect other drivers when driving at night, change your headlights to their low beam setting within 500 feet of an oncoming vehicle. Question 174. What does a lane control signal with a steady yellow X above a reversible lane indicate? Option A, the signal is about to change to a red X. Option B, the signal is about to change to a green arrow. Option C, drivers may drive normally in this lane. Option D, drivers may drive slowly in this lane. The correct answer is option A. The signal is about to change to a red X. Explanation. Lane control signals are used when the direction of the flow of traffic in a specific lane changes throughout the day. They are used to show which lanes of traffic are open and closed, as well as to show if toll booths are open or closed. When a lane control signal contains a steady yellow X, drivers should clear the indicated lane because the signal is about to change to a red X. Question 175. Before turning left, it is important to: Option A, sound your horn. Option B, yield to oncoming vehicles. Option C, swing to the right side of your lane. Option D, wait until oncoming traffic has a red light. The correct answer is option B, yield to oncoming vehicles. Explanation. When turning left at a traffic signal, you must yield the right-of-way to pedestrians and oncoming traffic. Question 176. If a person under 21 years of age consumes alcohol, but is not driving a motor vehicle, the penalty for a first offense is: Option A, a 90-day driver license suspension and up to a $500 fine. Option B, a 6-month probation. Option C, a sentence to a corrections institution. Option D, points on their driving record. The correct answer is option A, a 90-day driver license suspension and up to a $500 fine. Explanation. The minimum penalties for a first underage drinking offense are a fine of up to $500 plus court costs and a 90-day suspension. Question 177. Escape ramps are: Option A, ramps to exit the interstate quickly. Option B, ramps connecting 4-lane highways and 2-lane highways. Option C, ramps that can be used by stop runaway vehicles on steep downhills. Option D, ramps that cannot be used by automobiles. The correct answer is option C, ramps that can be used by stop runaway vehicles on steep downhills. Explanation. Escape ramps are constructed in areas with steep downgrades to allow a means of safely stopping runaway vehicles. They consist of a long bed of loose, soft material and sometimes an uphill slope. Question 178. Allowing a space cushion between your vehicle and its surroundings is important because it: Option A, prevents distractions from other vehicles. Option B, allows you time to react to unexpected situations. Option C, keeps traffic flowing at a safe pace. Option D, keeps other drivers alert. The correct answer is option B, allows you time to react to unexpected situations. Explanation: the only way to be sure you will have enough time to react to mistakes made by other drivers is to leave plenty of space between you and the vehicles around you. Question 179. Before turning, you should: Option A, use your signal. Option B, turn the wheel. Option C, increase your speed. Option D, change lanes. The correct answer is option B, turn the wheel. Explanation: to complete a turn safely, you should activate your turn signal 3 to 4 seconds before your turn. Question 180. Traffic fatalities in work zones are most commonly the result of: Option A, tire blowouts. Option B, hydroplaning due to water sprayed on the roadway. Option C, loss of steering control after driving over wet paint. Option D, carelessness and speeding. The correct answer is option D, carelessness and speeding. Explanation: carelessness and speeding are the main causes of traffic-related fatalities in work zones. Question 181. You may pass another vehicle on the right if it is waiting to: Option A, turn right. Option B, turn left. Option C, park at the curb. Option D, turn into a driveway on the right. The correct answer is option A, turn right. Explanation: while you generally may pass only on the left, there are certain conditions under which passing on the right is permitted. You should only pass on the right if you can do so safely and you do not need to drive on or across the shoulder or edge line of the road. One situation where passing on the right is allowed is when the vehicle in front of you is making a left turn. Question 182. When approached by an emergency vehicle that is using its siren and or flashing lights, a driver must immediately: Option A, pull to the right and stop. Option B, pull to the right and slow down. Option C, pull to the right and turn on their vehicle's four-way flashers. Option D, stop and let the emergency vehicle pass. The correct answer is option D, stop and let the emergency vehicle pass. Explanation: when you are approached by an emergency vehicle that is using its lights, sirens, and or other warning devices, you must immediately drive to the right side of the road and stop. Question 183. When applying the crash prevention formula, a driver should be alert, be prepared, and: Option A, be cautious. Option B, act defensively. Option C, drive well. Option D, act in time. The correct answer is option D, act in time. Explanation: to avoid a crash caused by motorist error, a driver should apply the crash prevention formula to their driving. When using this formula, a driver should be alert, be prepared, and act in time. Question 184. Increase your following distance when: Option A, driving behind a large vehicle that blocks your vision. Option B, exiting an expressway. Option C, following a motorcycle. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, exiting an expressway. Explanation: you should increase your following distance when you are behind a large vehicle that blocks your vision, when driving in bad weather or heavy traffic, when exiting an expressway, when behind a motorcycle or bicycle, and if someone is tailgating you. Question 185. What does a lane use control signal displaying a green arrow indicate? Option A, the signal is about to change to a red X. Option B, drivers should not drive in this lane. Option C, drivers may use the indicated lane only to make a left turn. Option D, drivers may drive normally in the indicated lane. The correct answer is option D, Drivers may drive normally in the indicated lane. Explanation. Lane use control signals are used when the direction of the flow of traffic in a specific lane changes throughout the day. They are used to show which lanes of traffic are open and closed, as well as to show if toll booths are open or closed. When a lane control signal contains a green arrow, drivers may drive normally in the indicated lane. Question 186. When you hear the siren or see the flashing lights of an approaching emergency vehicle, you must: Option A, slow down until it passes you. Option B, drive to the right side of the road and stop. Option C, motion for the emergency vehicle to pass you. Option D, merge into the right lane and continue driving. The correct answer is option B, drive to the right side of the road and stop. Explanation. Yield the right of way to any approaching emergency vehicle that is using its flashing lights or siren, regardless of its direction of travel. You must immediately drive to the right side of the road and stop until the emergency vehicle has passed. If you are within an intersection, pass through the intersection before coming to a stop on the right side of the road. Question 187. Curbs painted yellow indicate: Option A, designated free parking areas. Option B, paid parking areas. Option C, no parking zones. Option D, optional parking areas. The correct answer is option A, designated free parking areas. Explanation. Some restricted parking areas are designated by painted curbs. Curbs painted yellow may indicate a loading zone, a fire hydrant, or other restrictions prohibiting parking. Question 188. When parked on the side of a road, you should: Option A, activate your emergency flashers. Option B, turn off all lights. Option C, open the driver's side door. Option D, stand in the roadway and wave your arms. The correct answer is option A, activate your emergency flashers. Explanation. If you must stop on the side of the road, you should turn on your emergency flashers to alert other road users. This is particularly important at night. Question 189. Which statement about speed is true? Option A, driving too slowly on certain highways can be dangerous. Option B, speeding can kill. Option C, speeding is not dangerous if you are a skilled driver. Option D, both driving too slowly on certain highways can be dangerous and speeding can kill. The correct answer is option A, driving too slowly on certain highways can be dangerous. Explanation. As speed increases, the chance of a fatality increases. If you are moving faster than 80 miles per hour, you have almost no chance of living through a crash. Driving more slowly than other traffic can also be dangerous, because other motorists may become impatient and make dangerous moves to pass you. Question 190. How can you prevent drowsiness before a trip? Option A, get about 4 hours of sleep. Option B, plan stopping points into your trip in advance. Option C, drive alone. Option D, schedule long trips at night. The correct answer is option B, plan stopping points into your trip in advance. Explanation. To prevent drowsiness on a long trip, strategies include getting adequate sleep beforehand, planning out the route and stopping points in advance, driving with a passenger, and driving at times during which you are normally awake. Question 191. Your body gets rid of approximately: Option A, 3 alcoholic drinks an hour. Option B, 1 alcoholic drink an hour. Option C, 2 alcoholic drinks an hour. Option D, none of the above. The correct answer is option B, 1 alcoholic drink an hour. Explanation. The average person's body will process about 1 alcoholic drink in 1 hour. However, many factors play a part in determining how impaired a person will become when consuming alcohol, including the amount of alcohol consumed, how fast it is consumed, and a person's body weight, food intake, and general health. Question 192. Round signs indicate: Option A, no passing zones. Option B, school zones. Option C, upcoming railroad crossings. Option D, hospitals. The correct answer is option C. Upcoming railroad crossings. Explanation. Round signs warn drivers of an upcoming railroad crossing area. Drivers should use extra caution when approaching a railroad crossing. Question 193. Headlights must be used. Option A. After 6 p.m. and before 7 a.m. Option B. After 7 p.m. and before 6 a.m. Option C. After 8 p.m. and before 7 a.m. Option D. From sunset to sunrise. The correct answer is option D. From sunset to sunrise. Explanation. Your vehicle's headlights must be activated between sunset and sunrise. Use headlights anytime you are driving under conditions that lower visibility. Question 194. To prevent hydroplaning, you should. Option A. Ensure that your tires have good tread depth. Option B. Ensure that your tires are properly inflated. Option C. Reduce your speed when driving in the rain. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option A. Ensure that your tires have good tread depth. Explanation. To prevent hydroplaning, you should ensure that the tires on your vehicle have good tread depth and are inflated to the proper pressure. Reduce the speed of your vehicle when driving in the rain. Hydroplaning occurs most frequently at higher speeds. Question 195. To pass a slower moving vehicle on a two-lane, two-way road, you must. Option A. Not cross the center line. Option B. Flash your lights at oncoming traffic. Option C. Use the shoulder. Option D. Use the lane that belongs to oncoming traffic. The correct answer is option D. Use the lane that belongs to oncoming traffic. Explanation. Passing on a two-way road requires good judgment because you must use the lane belonging to oncoming traffic to complete your pass. Only pass if you may safely and legally do so. Question 196. When exiting the interstate, drivers should begin to decelerate. Option A. As they turn on their blinker to enter the deceleration lane. Option B. When they realize they are nearing their exit. Option C. After turning into the deceleration lane. Option D. When nearing the end of the deceleration lane. The correct answer is option C. After turning into the deceleration lane. Explanation. When exiting the interstate, you must use the deceleration lane. This lane is designed to allow you to slow down before reaching the exit ramp without being a hazard to other vehicles on the freeway. Question 197. If you are driving at night and are hauling a load that extends more than 4 feet past the rear of your vehicle, you should attach blank to the rearmost point of the load. Option A. A red flag. Option B. A yellow reflector. Option C. A red light. Option D. A white flashing light. The correct answer is option C. A red light. Explanation. At night, if you are hauling a load that extends more than 4 feet beyond the rear of the vehicle, you are required to attach a burning red light to the rearmost point of the load. The light must be visible for at least 500 feet. Question 198. When backing up, you should. Option A. Rely only on your mirrors. Option B. Look over your shoulder through the rear window. Option C. Rely only on a backup camera. Option D. Put your head out of the driver's side window. The correct answer is option B. Look over your shoulder through the rear window. Explanation. When backing up, turn your head over your shoulder and look through your rear window. Don't rely only on your rearview mirror or backup camera. Question 199. If pedestrian hybrid beacon signal lights are black, it means. Option A. Drivers may proceed with caution. Option B. Drivers should slow down and prepare to stop. Option C. Drivers should come to a complete stop. Option D. There are no pedestrians nearby. The correct answer is option A. Drivers may proceed with caution. Explanation. Pedestrian hybrid beacons are used at pedestrian crossings. If the lights on the signal turn black, drivers should proceed past the crosswalk with caution. Question 200. A no parking sign at a certain location means. Option A. You may never stop your vehicle there. Option B. you may stop temporarily only to load or unload passengers. Option C, you may park there if the driver remains in the vehicle. Option D, you may leave your vehicle unattended for less than 5 minutes. The correct answer is option B. You may stop temporarily only to load or unload passengers. Explanation. A no parking sign means that you can make a temporary stop to load or discharge merchandise or passengers.